Assalamu alaikum ji. I am Chaudhry Mudassir Tariq, the director and IELTS trainer, Shahi Hamdan Language and Computer Institute, Mirpur Azad, Kashmir. I'm going to speak on IELTS speaking test. In the final exam, you will have to go through 11 to 14 minutes speaking test. It's not too long, but don't take it very lightly because, of course, speaking English for 11 to 14 minutes is no doubt a challenge because you have to go through different kind of questions which will be about the different topics. So in this way that you have to be very responsible when you are going for your final exam. You will have to go through three different parts in the IELTS speaking test. Firstly, I will talk about part one. In part one, you will have the questions about yourself. The examiner will ask you a few questions about yourself, like what's your name, where are you from, what do you do, what is your qualification, what's your daily routine, what's your future aim, and what are your the likes and dislikes. Such kind of general questions you would be asked. Apart from this, that examiner will definitely ask you a few questions about any general topic. What are the general topics? The general topics means those kind of topics which have the connection or the link with every person's life. For example, friends, weather, sports, studies, work, etc. So you have to be a very competent person when you go for the final exam because you will have variety of questions. So of course you have to give the variety of answers also. This will be the first part of the IELTS speaking test. So now I'm going to tell you about part two. In the part two of IELTS speaking test, it is called the speech part. There you will be given a topic. On that particular topic, you will have to deliver the speech. So mind you this thing that you will not have any options to choose from. You can't select any topic of your choice. Whichever topic you are given, you have to deliver the speech on that particular topic. And for the speech preparation, you will be given 1 minute. And keep this in your mind that 1 minute means 60 seconds. No extra time is given, even if you are not ready for the speech. When you will, that particular, 1 minute will be completed. So the examiner will ask you to start your speech. So the length of the speech should be minimum 1 to 2 minutes. It should not be less than 2 minutes. And the best thing is that you should keep on speaking until they stop you because it will leave a good impact on your score because it means that you have the potential to speak on any given topic as much as you are given a time. So this is something which is about the part two, and I always call the hardest part, the toughest part in the whole speaking test. And now you will proceed towards part three. In part three, again you will have some questions, and here the all questions will be related with the topic which you will be given in the part two for the speech. So here all questions will be more lengthy and more complicated as well. So it means that you have to give you can say the satisfactory answers. That is very important so that you could get the best possible score in the whole test of your speaking. So I can say this thing that your 70% test of the speaking is based on questions and 30% the speech delivery. So if you want to get very good score, so definitely you will have to speak very well. You have to perform very well in all these three parts because all these three parts carry equal marks. There are the 9 bands in total for the IELTS speaking. So all three, the parts have equal marks, like three bands for each part. So if you want to get 7+ bands, so of course you will have to perform very well in the first one, similarly in second and the third. You can say the part also. So this is something that you should understand. And here I want to share some tips and techniques about how to answer the questions. As you know that whenever you are asked any question, what does it mean? It means that the person who is asking you the question, that person wants to know something from you. So your responsibility is to give to the point answer. You should not add irrelevant kind of stuff in your answers. So whatever you are asked, do try to speak to the point, whatever you are asked. Secondly, that you should try your level best to make few sentences. Minimum 3 4 sentences you should make, even if you are asked a very simple question. For example, if you are asked that do you play any game in your free time, so instead of saying only yes, or instead of saying this thing, yes I play cricket, you should add little details to your answer. For example, you can say that yes I like sports so much, cricket is my most favorite game, and whenever I get a chance to play this game, so I always ask my friends to come to the ground, and there I play this game. And usually I get a chance to play cricket on weekends, because during the working days, of course, I have very little free time, so you can't go into the ground, or you can't play that kind of game there with your friends. And friends are also not available because they are also busy in their own work as well. So this is the thing, that when you are speaking like this, automatically it will leave a very good impression on the examiner, and definitely you will be able to gain the best possible score in your IELTS speaking test. So I hope that these two tips and techniques, and the overview of the speaking test will help you to understand that what you are going to face in the final exam. Apart from this, that I need to tell you about the marking criteria. If we talk about IELTS marking criteria, in fact, the total 9 bands of IELTS speaking are divided equally among 4 areas. The first one is the vocabulary, second is grammar, third is pronunciation, and the last thing is that is fluency. So firstly, I want to tell you a few things about vocabulary. Vocabulary basically means words. Words means alphas. As you already know, that different languages have different words. So similarly, in English, you have English words which you have to memorize, which you have to learn, so that when you are speaking or writing or whatever you are doing, so you should be able to use or to choose the most appropriate words while delivering the speech or while answering the question. So this is what the requirement is. So keep this in your mind, that you should avoid the repetition of the words. You should add the variety in your you can say vocabulary, so that you could get the best possible score. Second thing is grammar. Grammar means rules. As you know that all languages have their particular rules, which are called grammar basically. So it means that when you are speaking, of course you will be making the sentences. So your answers, whatever the answer you are giving, whatever the sentences you are making, so those sentences must be grammatically correct. If you make grammatically wrong sentences, definitely your marks will be deducted. And the best thing is that you should try to add the variety in your sentences also, so that you could get the highest possible score in the grammar area also. Third thing is pronunciation. As you know that whenever you are speaking, so you have to pronounce the words. You have to produce the sounds of the words. So you have to be very careful when you are speaking English. You should not mispronounce any word, because mispronunciation create the, you can say, the disturbance for the listener, and there is a chance that the listener may misunderstand you. And apart from this, that you should try your level best to pronounce the words exactly according to their 100% correct pronunciation. I give you a few examples. Like for example, instead of saying driver, you should say driver. Instead of saying democracy, you must say democracy. Instead of saying bakery, you should say bakery. Instead of saying management, you should say management. So instead of saying biscuit, you should say biscuit. So if you are pronouncing the words wrongly, definitely marks will be deducted. So you should, if you want to get very good score from the pronunciation side also in your speaking test, so of course you will have to work on your pronunciation as well. Last thing is the fluency. Fluency means that how smoothly you are talking. You might have seen so many English speakers that they speak English, but they have unnecessary pauses. Pauses means, stopping again and again while speaking. And if they have the gap in their the words while speaking, so definitely, it will affect your score. So the best thing is that whenever you need to have the pause, you should take the pause when you have completed any sentence. So within the sentences, you should not have any kind of pause. Otherwise, it will, you can say, affect your score. So you must not do this thing. As to the speed, there is a misconception among the students that if they speak fast English, they will get the higher score. In fact, fast English or speaking fast is not the requirement. Requirement is that you should try to speak smoothly. So I always suggest the students you should speak with the moderate speed. Moderate speed means with a reasonable. It should, it should not be too slow or too fast. It should be under your control. That it will help you to get very good score in the fluency as well. So the best thing is that, as you know, the different people have the different speaking speed. So if you start speaking in your, you can say, the natural speaking style, so definitely it means that, you are doing very well. And in this way, you will look a very confident person as well. So these are the four areas which I have just mentioned, that which are examined in the final IELTS speaking test. I repeat them again, which are, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and the last thing is that is fluency. So you have to be very careful about all these four areas so that you could get the best possible score. In the end of this lecture, I want to share only three most important tips and techniques which can help you to get very good score in IELTS speaking. The first technique is that, as you have heard so many times, that confidence is the key to success. So you should try your level best to keep yourself confident. I mean, from the beginning till the end of the test. How you can look confident? The first thing is that you should try to relax yourself and keep a smile on your face. This little smile on your face will definitely have a very good impact on your brain, on your mind also. And I believe that if you have, such kind of look before, you can say, before the examiner, so of course you will be able to perform better. So this is something which is very important, because the students sometimes they lose the marks only for their, you can say, a nervousness, not for the poor English, only because that the pressure of the exam affects their confidence level. So you should not do this thing. Second thing is that before going for the final exam, it's very important for you to have enough practice on the regular basis, because when you are doing a lot of practice on the different topics, because you already know that you have to go through different kind of questions, and the part two, which is the hardest part in IELTS speaking. So there you have to deliver the speech on any given topic. As I mentioned earlier, okay, you will not have any options to choose from. Whichever topic you are given, so you have to deliver the speech on that. So it means your mind should be ready for any kind of question, for any kind of topic, so that you could be able to express your knowledge about that particular topic with complete confidence. And apart from this, the last not the least, try your level best to speak the truth. Avoid telling the fake stories, because as it is said, that when you are speaking the truth, you don't have to think much, because there you will have just one job. What is that? That whatever the reality is, you have to be able to describe that thing properly. But if you have to make a story, a fake story, in the final exam, definitely that will not be easy at all. So in this way, that your concentration, your focus will be diverted into two different sides, the first on English, the other in making the fake stories. So in this way, it means that you are wasting your energies while making the fake story. So the best thing is that whatever the reality is, you should speak to the point, and truthfully you should speak. And it has nothing to do with your visa, as far as the details which you give in your IELTS speaking test, because in IELTS speaking test, whatever you say, even if it contradicts with the information you have given in your documents when you are applying for the visa, so it will not affect your score. I mean, it will not affect your case in any way, because I mean, everything which you say in the IELTS speaking test, so definitely that is not shared with, you can say, a UK embassy. Say one more, you can say, the tip I want to give you, that instead of giving the short answers in words only, the best thing is that you should try to add the example. Whatever you are saying, you should add the example with your answer. For example, if you are asked that how do you spend your free time, so you say that usually I am free on my weekends, and I like to spend my time with my friends because I like their company so much, so I spend 2 hours with them on every weekend. So this is a kind of detail you should add to your answer, so that your answer should not be too short. So you should give the appropriate answers. That is very important. So I believe that today's lecture will be very fruitful for you. And if you follow these tips and techniques, definitely you can get very good score. Thank you very much for watching this video.